State will allow large stadiums and arenas, such as Citi Field and Madison Square Garden, to reopen for sports and concerts later this month with assigned seating, sharply limited capacity and other measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Any stadium or arena that can fit more than 10,000 people can stage events beginning on February 23rd at 10% capacity so long as the state's Department of Health signs off on its safety plans, Governor Andrew Cuomo said on Wednesday. The venues must enforce all COVID-19 prevention measures, such as the mandatory wearing of face masks, social distancing and a strict 10% capacity. Attendees must also show evidence that they had tested negative for COVID-19 within 72 hours prior to the event's start. It is not yet clear who will be tasked with checking for proof of a negative test and what measures will be put in place to ensure they scroll down for a video. The Barclays Center in Brooklyn will host a basketball game that day between the Nets and Sacramento Kings are being granted. Some venues, including Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, have already been redeployed as mass vaccinations. State officials said they would discuss with venue managers how to continue vaccination efforts once sports and concerts. The relaxed restrictions comes after Cuomo allowed a limited number of spectators at a Buffalo Bills NFL playoff game in January. Cuomo hailed that game as an unparalleled success. It marked the first time spectators were allowed to be at a professional sporting event in New York State since the pandemic brought sports to a halt in mid. About 6,700 fans attended the game at the 72,000-seat Bills Stadium in Buffalo, and the testing to me is key. I can go see the President of the United States, take a test, and if I pass the test, walk into the Oval Office. Why? If you're negative, you're negative. Testing is the key. This hits the balance of safe reopening. A PCR test is as safe as you can get. We are now going to extend the Buffalo Bills example. There was no word, however, on when Broadway could reopen. The easing of restrictions comes after cases across the state have fallen since January peak, reflecting a gradual improvement in virus figures across the country. In New York, where nearly 30,000 died during the initial early 2020 outbreak, deaths this winter have not returned to the disastrous figures of last spring. While the state's death rate is still at its highest level since May, average daily deaths have inched down to 168 as of Tuesday compared to 198 on January 20th.